I've been jamming out to 90s Monica, so Apple Music suggested I listen to more of the wrong Monica. Yeah, more from Monica. Not the same Monica, Apple Music. You'd think an algorithm would know this. Guy thinks a child's toy can do the same as James Webb Telescope. I can give you the same picture with a child's toy and at a fraction of a cost. Meanwhile, the world is falling apart. I am so glad you have a pretty photo that means nothing. Keep your head in space. Well, I would love to see this photo. Oh, what's that? You can't get a picture with a child's toy? You don't say. Using an upside-down Dutch flag for Russia. The graphic designer really thought he could be like, yo, you know what? We don't need any more assets. I don't need to download anything more. I can just flip the flag. It's fine. No one will notice. Pregnant Texas woman says unborn child is second passenger after being pulled over for driving an HOV lane. She's fighting a ticket with the argument that her unborn child should count as a second passenger. I don't think you should be a mother. Albany news anchor suspended after train wreck of a broadcast. Crazy from the heat, liquor, and hangover? Why is it spelled camouflage and not what? Bruh, it's not loading. In America, you and your doctor can both agree that you need a surgery, but you have to get permission from a third-party for-profit insurance company, or it can't be paid for. It's called freedom. Well, no, you can pay for it without insurance. It's just, really expensive. TikTokers are flocking to jewelry stores to get necklaces and bracelets welded onto their bodies, a trend that's almost as permanent but far less painful than getting a tattoo, Insider's reporter thought, and after trying it for herself at Catbird in NYC, she can understand why the jewelry trend is so popular. Yeah, so what the actual fuck? Nigerian official pretending to faint after he was asked about missing funds. You can't fool us that easy. I see it. Don't smile. Don't laugh. But seriously, you should probably find those funds. Question. It says it's 400 pounds. How do you move it to clean under it? Answer. The scale itself weighs under 5 pounds. However, it will weigh things that weigh up to 400 pounds, where most scales have a weight limit of 300 to 350 pounds, where anything over doesn't register. This one you can blah, blah, blah. In other words, this person is stupid. They thought the actual scale was 400 pounds. They say the sky is blue because it reflects all the water on the Earth. If space is black, how does it reflect anything? Space is a lie. It doesn't exist. Yeah, so according to them, why is the sky blue? We know it's because of the firmament? I think they say something about the wavelengths of light, and our eyes see the blue, so that is why we see the sky as blue. Sorry, I'm not very technical, but you could probably find the scientific explanation on Google. Why would my boyfriend want his side girl to have his baby? Sit down. This is going to hurt. Brace yourself. She ain't his side girl. You are. He technically is right. 0 forever is stable. I think reproduction needs to be banned for 100 to 200 years so the population can become stable. Sometimes my genius. It's almost frightening. That's a funny looking avocado you got there, Google. Now something tells me that image is not of avocado. Lamau, calling me stupid even though you changed your own opinion based on what other people thought. Whatever helps you sleep at night, you probably won't believe me, but my IQ's a 151, so I'm pretty sure I'm not the idiot here. Ha 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 ha. Like, bro, you literally switched your opinion instantly after noticing other people didn't like it. You're not, so it's clear you're not intelligent. Ha 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 ha. Quote, you're wrong. You're not intelligent. 151, huh? How my coworker uses rubber bands to secure his phone over the top of the screen in his brand new car. My dude, you don't need to mount your phone to anything. You have a GPS or whatever you need probably in your car. How is rare more common than common? Yeah, that doesn't make much sense, huh? Well, yes, because one has a purpose of being a camera and the other is a phone. 5 things a DSLR still does better than an iPhone. Yeah, no, it's gonna take better photos. It's a dedicated camera. I don't need to read a freaking article to know this. People were congratulating her on her pregnancy. It was an ovarian cyst. Oh, God. A, quote, Japanese plushie. VD Star 30cm Japanese plush doll country ball. Right. That certainly is a bunch of words. My 15-year-old son plays basketball, and he told me his coach gave him 15 push-ups for fooling around. How can I stop his coach from abusing him like this in the future? I don't know, did he do the 15 push-ups or not? Tell your son to get a grip. Kraft macaroni and cheese gummies, eh? What's the dosage on these bad boys? Nice time. A TikToker accuses himself... I'm sorry, that word just threw me off, like, completely. A TikToker accuses himself of sexual assault to make the buzz. Why would you do that to yourself? You are either a shark or a fish. The decision is yours. No, I'm a human, you freaking idiot. I mean, minimum wage isn't meant to live off of, especially with a family, and there are a lot of jobs who don't even start at minimum wage. It's all about where you choose to work. Actually, that's exactly what it's meant for. The minimum wage to live a life. Google is your friend. That may be the Google definition, but realistically, I'm sure we both know that no adult can comfortably live off of $7.25. That's like the whole fucking point. Turkish Islamic preacher says men without beards cause indecent thoughts in other men because they look like women. That's crazy. I don't remember asking. Disgusting. Totally not a cult, though. Elon Musk should be like Genghis Khan. If he were to take about 20 women in each major city on the planet, have 2 children with each, and keep them alive in a good home in a fair way, he would have his seed in almost all of us in about 20 generations. Wow, I hate what I just read. We're moving on. The gravity hoax. A strong enough force to pull the oceans to the bottom of a ball, but too weak to pull down a water droplet. Reserved for green vehicles. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's green enough. My man figured out air pollution all by himself. Herschel on the climate/Green New Deal/air. Since we don't control the air, our good air decided to float over to China's bad air, so when China gets our good air, their bad air got to move, so it moves over to our good air space. Then now to clean that... I'm sorry, I just had a stroke, I think. I think what he's trying to say is, next post. I was telling my son about Louis Armstrong, and he said, what's his website? Kids these days will never understand that Louis Armstrong does not have a website. LouisArmstronghouse.org. Don't steal her son.
My garden isn't doing very well this year. I think it's because of all these new solar farms going up. They're taking in all the sun's rays so that the regular garden vegetation doesn't get the sunshine it needs to do well. So I'm against solar farms.
By that logic, nothing can be considered a word. Orlando is not a word. Proper nouns are words. Orlando is a city. No, Orlando is an actor. Orlando Bloom, maybe you've heard of him? In breaking news moments like this, there should be a type of podcast you can listen to in real time, easily accessible for free. Radio. You're thinking of a radio. Picasso died in 1973. No one talked to me. I thought this man lived in 1500. Men should be building the Hoover Dam or working 12-hour shifts at the shipyard, not playing on the computer. Someone already built the Hoover Dam. That's what I was gonna say. Chicago unveiled a new rainbow crosswalk on June 10th and then tarred over it on June 30th in the middle of the night. Lamau. Wow, that's cool. Musk poured $44 billion into Twitter. The global population is 8 billion people. He could have given $5 billion to each individual and still had money left over. Most people's lives would be changed if they received a $5 billion check, but he squandered it all on Twitter. Your math. Just misses, no hits. Solar power is dumb. You can't rely on the sun. It could explode tomorrow for all we know. We need nuclear power. Please read a book. Why has England copied so many names of US towns and cities? It's the other way around. I'm glad I didn't have twins. Having one son in my belly for 9 months was hard enough, but 2 for 18 would be my nightmare. #twins. No, I don't think I will. Eat Jessica's family. I'm not very hungry right now. Man marries alligator dressed in white wedding gown and kisses it in front of guests. The mayor of a small village in Mexico married an alligator in what has been hailed a very beautiful tradition. Victor Hugo Souza, mayor of San Pedro Huamelula in Oaxaca. I'm trying my best here, folks. Tied the knot with a reptile clad in a wedding dress in a colorful ceremony last Thursday. You know what? Good for him. My friend didn't reply to her man for 2 weeks and told me that, quote, you gotta give them time to miss you. And now he's got a new girl, LMFAO. The duality of our society. Plus-sized women admit they aren't attracted to overweight men. Plus-sized women, overweight men. Man, we live in a society. Reddit is selling a 99-something currency avatar. Wow, and it's really ugly. U.S. tourist injured falling into Mount Vesuvius crater after taking selfie. Man, 23, was trying to retrieve mobile phone and he and his family now... Okay, we don't have to talk about this. I said I'm sorry and I won't do it again. No fossils in fossil fuels. Every time you hear the term fossil fuel used by experts, you're being lied to. In 1892 at the Geneva Convention, J.D. Rockefeller paid scientists to call oil fossil fuel to induce the idea of scarcity. The truth is oil is the second most prevalent liquid on Earth, next to water, and regenerates within the Earth faster than it could ever be depleted. Your guess is as good as mine of what they were trying to explain. No, you're not supposed to drive through the building. God, people are stupid. I tell you what. Wow, you comply with the law? So proud of you. Recruiting now. We are proud to pay at least $11.05 per hour, the current London living wage, to all our staff. To apply, I don't care. Yeah, you shouldn't be proud of paying the bare minimum. Called a restaurant to make a reservation, but couldn't think of the words, so asked for a food appointment, and now I can never show my face there again. A pound of wood floats on water because wood is less dense than water. A pound of iron sinks in water because iron is more dense than water. Therefore, it is the relative density in relation to the medium what makes objects float or fall. Gravity debunked. Shut the f*** up. New York is giving the Buffalo Bills $850 million in taxpayer funds for a new stadium, the biggest pro sports subsidy of all time. 3 days ago, New York announced a $800 million cut to children and family services. The Bills' owner is worth $5.8 billion. Wow. I spent $600,000 to be Kim Kardashian. Now I'm paying $120,000 to detransition. That is unfortunate. Today I learned blind people have a hard time drawing because they interpret the word as three-dimensional and they struggle to portray it as two-dimensional. And here I am, an idiot, thinking it's because they can't see. You are literally Dutch. Originally, yes. That matters how? A ridiculous fake language and culture. Send me your cranial measurements, you old Jacobean ape. I must study you for science. Gravity is just a theory, according to this person. Not enough people understand that gravity is just a theory. It is not a scientific fact. All right, let's hear them out. Density and buoyancy, on the other hand, are scientific laws which reliably and accurately predicts whether things rise and fall, 100% accuracy. The theory of gravity is therefore not needed. Why is this so important? Because gravity is the lie that holds the globe model together. Without it, the whole scam begins to unravel. No gravity equals no sea curvature equals no globe equals end of the heliocentric model. I tried to hear them out, but unfortunately, too stupid. Thank you for working safely. Well, I wouldn't speak too soon.